Hello and welcome to a updated version of my frequently asked questions videos. This one is from it's March. March 2019, and I'm gonna answer some questions starting with the basics. I am Emma. I am 25 years old. This year I will be 26 in June. I'm a Gemini, and I'm very obvious Gemini, I think. And I live in northern Sweden. A very frequently asked question is, how did you get into Twitch? And I always loved camming websites ever since I was little, like camming websites and the Messenger. You know, if you're like me, I'm born in 1993. Like, I guess we all grow up with Messenger. But also, I didn't only talk to people on Messenger and cam with people on Messenger. I also talked to people on like Blog TV and Stickam and stuff like that. I was the biggest YouTube fangirl, and I still am the biggest YouTube fangirl. So I always loved being on cam, save for work, camming, and like talking to people and stuff like that. Then I started studying, or I've always also been into video games. So ever since I was little, I played Nintendo, and as I got older and I got my computer, I started playing like CS and Team Fortress and League of Legends, and then I started to study computer science, and we started playing World of Warcraft together. And they told me, Emma, you should stream, you should try Twitch. And I looked up Twitch and I saw Soda popping with a doggy cam, and I was like, God damn, well, this seems like fun. And that was at the time where there was no like IRL or just chatting. So I was streaming for like 1 or 2 hours, then I got bored. But that's how I started. Then when IRL and just chatting came, I really I started to be able to like go between games and IRL streaming, and I just really I could stream for hours. Like I could stream for all of my free time. I streamed, so that's like the way I got into Twitch. Always been interested in gaming. Then I got here, and then it turned it just turned out to be, or happened to be I was able to have it as my profession, kind of, because I started making money and stuff like that, and so I stopped school and started doing Twitch instead. But that's how I got here. Very frequently asked question recently has been, Candy, did you do a boob job? Candy, did you get breast implants? Candy, are you recycling? And yes, I am obviously recycling, and I don't know, I kind of wish I didn't tell anyone, because I don't know, okay, probably people would have noticed, but like it's so annoying. Oh, it's so annoying. Like so annoying. Like why do people need to care about my body? Like it's my business, goddamn. It's my business. It's my temple. Like come on. Why do you need to care about it? But I ever since I was little, this is also a thing I've always wanted. I always wanted to have big titties. I just like big titties. It doesn't have anything to do with being insecure or anything like that. I loved my body before, and I still love my body now. And before it was like just like I loved my body with small tits, and I was secure and confident and everything. And now I'm secure and confident and everything with my big tits. It's great, and I feel like there's a whole new world when it comes to clothes when I have my other accessories. I don't know, but it's true. I did plastic surgery, and I knew, like, I was watching a lot of YouTube at the time too. When I decided, I was like, it was like 5 years ago. I saw a YouTube video, and she was talking about how she got her boob job, and she said, I decided to get a boob job, and I started working every day and everything. I saved up to do that. For me, it wasn't really like that. Like I've been in school and stuff, so I couldn't really just do it immediately. But I started saving like 5 years ago. I just put money into an account every month, and now I just happened to reach my goal. And I was like, fuck, if I don't book it now, I'm never gonna do it. So I booked it and I did it, and I've been happy with my body for 25 years, and I'm hopefully gonna be happy with this body for 25 years too. But so another question I get very often is, do you work out? And I work out. I love working out. I've always loved working out. But now for like yes, it was 3 months ago. I did my boob job, so for like 3 months, I have only taken walks and very light workout. I just started working out light in the gym again, so I think I'm coming back, but still like some stuff it feels uncomfortable because it's the implants are like underneath my muscle and it feels a little weird, but hopefully in a time it will feel better. But yeah, I do work out. See how strong I am. Do you have a boyfriend? Is also a question I get all the time. And no, I don't have a boyfriend. I haven't had a boyfriend in a year. I broke up with the ex that I lived together with a year ago. He moved out and I stayed in that place for a while, and then I moved here, and here I live alone, and I'm very, very alone. Or I'm not lonely. I enjoy being alone, and I think if I got a boyfriend, I would probably like stab him or something, because I love being alone and I hate being with. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna stab anyone, but like so far it hasn't worked out with any of the guys, and I think I just need my time a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of searching for a boyfriend, but I don't want it to be goddamn long distance, and I only talk to people online, so it's very hard. It's very hard. But no, I do not have a boyfriend, and I'm looking for one, but it's probably not gonna be you. I'm sorry. Another question I get a lot is, what did you do before you started streaming? And let me tell you my whole career up until now. I'm 25 years old. When I was like 16, I think I got my first job during summer. I worked in the school as a teacher, kinda, a summer school for like 3 weeks. It was like simple, like we did it, like the government paid us a small amount for doing that. Later, next year I worked as I worked as a taking care of older people in a elder house. Yeah, and that was also like the same, like the government paid us for doing that. Just simple job to get into the work life. When I got 18, I started working with I started working at the same elder's house, but as a nurse, like as the caretaker, as the nurse, as the one doing everything. And I loved that job. I was so good at that job. God damn it. And I loved the response I got, and I think like honestly that's my favorite job I ever had, to be a nurse or caretaker. I'm so good at it. I'm so good at making beds and making people, like taking care of people and being careful and being friendly and being patient, and I'm really good at that. So after that summer, was I 19? I don't know. After I was done with school, I studied economics. I decided I wanted to study computer science or computer engineering in some sorts. So I had to take a basic technology year. So I did that, and while I did that, I also worked at this elder's house at the same time. Then after I finished that, so now I have finished economics in high school, if it's called that, and then I finished technology. And then I decided to study engineering in computer science. And first year went well, it was fun. Second year, I started playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I had the best friends ever, like it's an experience of a lifetime. I had so much fun, we partied all the time, it was so much fun. But like school, I don't know, I was, so many times I was like, I'm just gonna quit this, like I know I never wanna work with this, I'm just gonna quit. But I never quit. I just thought, okay, but I will just finish it. I stepped down from like the 5-year to the 3-year program, and I thought, okay, I will just finish this and then figure out something else to do, because I knew I didn't want to do that. But yeah, at the same time as I studied, I also worked as a nurse in homes, like hemtjänsten. I worked with that, and I loved that too. I was so good at that job too. I loved it too. So yeah, I started getting closer to my degree. I have as right now, I have half a year left for my degree. And I also started working at a company where I did programming, and a lot of people ask me, what languages do you know? And at that so since I studied computer engineering, I learned a lot of different languages and everything. Like in school we did C, C++, and Java, Python, assembly, we learned that. We learned PHP, we learned we also learned about like microprocessors inside computer, like everything. And oh yeah, Arduino and everything like that, sensors and stuff like we learned like little bit of everything. But at the job where I worked, what I did was what's it called? Oh no, why did I goddamn lose the thread now? Oh yeah. So at the job that I had at the same time as I was studying, we did web applications. So what we did was we did our own, like all the young guys at the workplace. We did our own. Like I came in the end, but like I helped with a web application, and it was built with Java and HTML, and in later we learned a lot about Angular too, and that was great. I loved Angular. I love developing web applications. But yeah, that is what I did. I did a lot of like bug fixing too for other things. So I noticed, well, that was not a job for me. Like my biggest hobby was to, I forgot one job. I also worked as a bartender as I was studying. So it was like a lot. I also worked out all the time. So it was like being with friends, working out, working as a bartender, working at that computer place, and also I did streaming, and streaming like took off, and I got partnered, and I started making like money on the streaming, and I could go to DreamHack and all of that, and I was like, fuck, everything just like got too much for me, like really too much for me. So I just had to drop something, and I moved to PT, so that like dropped like everything kinda. But I also, well, at the same time, or before that, this is like, messy in my head. But yeah, I knew I didn't want to work with computer science, and as streaming took off, it was like natural for me. Like I couldn't get myself to finish the degree in school. Like I sat in school, I remember, like it was like a wall being in front of me, like I couldn't do it. So, and also like after every work day, I was so, like, it was so boring. It was not my interest to be there. I remember like I sat there for 8 hours, and I tried my best to do my best, and I wanted to just perform, but it was not the same response as when I was a nurse. Like then I got good response, and here I got like, I knew I sucked. And everybody else at the job, it was their main, like they loved programming, or not everybody else, but most of them. And when they got home, like they continued with their work day. But when I got home, I streamed, worked out, streamed. That's all I did. And I was like so stressed, and I cried. I remember crying after the job because I didn't want to be there, but I just wanted to finish the degree, but I didn't want to be there. But yeah, after like I just realized like I can't stay here forever. Like at this, I was like at this stage where like I can't get myself to do it and feel bad about myself. So I just dropped the job and dropped school, and maybe I'll finish it someday, but right now I don't know. I'm doing streaming, and I probably want to do something else after streaming. Probably want to do something with nursing or something practical. Yes. But that's my journey, and now I'm a full-time streamer. But I'm happy like a full-time streamer. I really, really like it, and I love entertaining, and it's like my hobby, but it's my job, and it's working out great. Another question I get all the time is, how did you first get on the Rajj show? And I first got on the Rajj show. It was super random, because my friends told me, they were like, Emma, you must see this show. We're gonna tell you to join this show. And I was like, sure. And it's called Rajj Patel. And I was like, okay, sure. And I never really checked it out. But like some days later, Rajj wrote to me in Twitter DMs, and he said, hi, are you interested in coming on my show? And I was like, yeah, I heard about it. And I asked my mods, I was like, do you think it's a good idea? And they were like, well, you probably need a little bit thicker skin on your nose, but you can probably do it. It's good, like for you, it's good for you, try it. And I did. And I said, yeah, sure, I will join. And I joined. And the first time was a catastrophe. Like, oh my God, it was awful. Well, I'm not gonna talk about it, but it was a catastrophe. Like, I think I did good, but I got drunk, and and well, stuff happened that I was like just painful. But I was there again and again and again and again. And now I've been there for every day in a year, almost. No, but not every day. But like I've been there a lot for a year. So that's like how it was. It's just yeah, it's really good and I love it. I love the show. I'm so happy for Raj for the growth and like for myself too. Like the goddamn, it's such a good show. Such a good show, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And Raj is so professional and so talented, and I hope you check it out if you don't have, but probably you have. But yeah, I think that's all for today, and that's all the questions that people ask me all the time. So if you watch my stream, you probably heard me answer these questions like all the time. But yeah, please be respectful in the comments. Don't tell me I'm a fake bitch, please. Thanks. Okay. But that's all I have to say. Goodbye and see you some other time.